Hey, how's it going guys? Blakwoodz here from Spiel Times, and I actually got to play Destroy All Humans Remake. Now, I managed to beat the full game and it took me about 8 hours to beat the entire main story. And I wanted to give you guys my honest opinions, my takes and my reviews on this full game. But before we get any further, I just wanted to go ahead and thank THQ and Black Forest Games for providing us with a review copy of Destroy All Humans Remake. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I haven't played the first original game, and the remake version was something I got into with absolutely no expectations on what to expect. Now, all I knew was that the game reveal looked extremely interesting, and I just wanted to go ahead and give this game a shot. Now, starting off with the review here, you play as this evil alien named Crypto in the year 1950. Now, apparently Crypto's brother visits planet Earth and the Americans capture his brother and torture him in the military space station named Area 42. And yes, that sounds very similar to the real life memes, or maybe it is true, you never know. Now, Crypto visits planet Earth in search of his brother, and we go on a journey of search quests gathering intel and infiltrating the United States space research stations, and basically trying to destroy all the humans in the process. Now, our protagonist Crypto's main intentions are not entirely to destroy all the humans, whereas the aliens were not the first ones to start the war anyways. But because something really terrible happens to Crypto in the main storyline, which I don't really want to spoil it for you guys until you play the game and know the story for yourself. So our protagonist Crypto here turns into this evil genius alien who plans to destroy all the humans on planet Earth. Now, that's pretty much the basic summary of how the storyline works without any spoilers. Now, let's move on to the main gameplay details, which is the core aspect of what this game stands for. Now, comparing the remake gameplay mechanism with the original game, I actually see a massive difference here with both the gameplay as well as the graphics. Now, the interactions with objects and other characters in the world has been nothing but improvement from the original vanilla version, and the way you control your characters and your spaceships feels extremely satisfying for some reason. Now, I don't know if it is because of how fluid the controls and the flying mechanism feels like in this game, but there sure is a very unique feel to this game that I haven't really gotten from any other games of these types. Now, one thing I really enjoyed the most in this game was on how you could literally disguise as any characters that you see in the world. And you need to be careful while disguising as these human characters, because if you get spotted in doing so, then your disguise will pretty much be compromised. Now, you can even mind control any humans you see in the game, and I mean any human that you see in the game. Now, you can make them do things by just manipulating their minds, and you can even interact with objects around the world by just focusing your alien brain on the particular objects. Now, you can also lift anything that you see in the world up in the air with your super alien powers and throw them as far as you want. You can lift objects like cars, rocks, humans, trash cans, and almost everything other than buildings. Now, you can even lift a military tank and throw it onto your enemies, which feels extremely satisfying, destroying anything and everything you see fit. Now, the graphics of this game looks incredible and extremely colorful to look at, and comparing it with the original vanilla version, you can actually see a massive change in the way it looks and plays, which is something I genuinely loved about this game. Now, like every other video games, there are some things that really holds back a few things about this game, which is not really very major to be honest. Now, the first 2 hours of the total 8 hours of gameplay was pretty much a tutorial session where you get to learn about all the super alien powers you have. And if I'm being completely honest with you guys, the first 2 hours made the game feel extremely boring. And as I finished the tutorial phase and then moved on to the actual storyline, the game started introducing this stealth gameplay mechanism, which is something I loved trying out in this game more than any other game I've played so far. Because one thing I really loved about the stealth system in this game is that it does not ask you to do things, nor does it give you any specific objective or a path that you need to specifically take in order to complete these missions. And that is where the player freedom comes to play, and stealth in this game has been something that we as players will have to choose or decide if you want to do it or not. And if you guys decide to play this game in a much more stealthier way, which is also what I would highly recommend you guys to do so, and you will actually notice that the game starts getting interestingly tricky, especially when you try to blend in with the humans using their disguise and interacting with the right characters and answering the right questions that the characters you have disguised as would otherwise say and do. Now, there was this mission early on in the game where I had to disguise as the town's mayor and give a public speech to the people of that town. And I as a player had to choose between multiple dialogue options that the game provides you. So I had to go ahead and read all the people's mind around in the world. So I had to choose the right dialogue options to make people believe in what I say. So I had to make them believe that the attacks on the humans were just some random communist attempt to destroy the peace in the town and that it was not the aliens. So there are a lot of funny missions in this game just like this one, and the more you progress through the story, the more you start enjoying it. And the one thing that I really did not like about this game was on how each mission transitioned into this really weird looking loading screen, where every time you finish a mission, you then end up in a loading screen and then continue with another mission. And I think that they could have tried to make the transition seem much more smoother with better cutscenes being continued rather than having to look at the loading screen. But to be honest, this was one of the biggest flaws to the game that really took away my immersion to the story. But other than that, it was a fun experience for sure, and the game gave me this really old school nostalgic vibes where it felt like these good old days of gaming, especially for us 90s kids. We will definitely enjoy this game just because of the nostalgia alone, which the current generation kids wouldn't really understand with the type of games we get to play these days. And Destroy All Humans will definitely give you that old school gaming vibe for sure. Now the game also provides us a ton of skins and customization, which does not include any microtransactions. So you can now unlock all the skins that you see here by just completing all of these challenges and side missions, which I wasn't really paying attention to because I just wanted to try the story out for the first time, and maybe in my second playthrough I will try to unlock these skins by playing all the side missions and completing all the challenges, and maybe also make another video if possible showing off all the skins available in the game. Now one thing I just can't get enough of about this game is the final boss battles, and man oh man, the bosses in this game are extremely hard. And you're going to be failing multiple times over and over in order to find the one strategy in which you can actually beat these bosses, and when you finally beat them you just feel so satisfied, very much like the old school games that we used to play back in the days, where the old games had these really challenging boss fights all the time. And if that's something you love in video games, then you will enjoy the shit out of this game for sure. Now my final review score for Destroy All Humans Remake would be a solid 9 out of 10. Because I really enjoyed this game, and I would also recommend it to you guys to spend your money on this game, and it is absolutely worth it if you like what you've seen so far. Now I will also review all the upcoming AAA titles and a ton of other games on Spiel Times, so make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to our channel and turn the notifications on so you don't miss out on all of our future uploads. Now if you guys enjoyed the video, then please make sure to go ahead and show your support by leaving a like rating, as your support would be extremely appreciated. Now with that being said, I hope you guys have a blast every day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, take care fams, and goodbye.